Hey guys, what's going on? 3/18/2012 Sunday. Want to talk about the evolving paradigm shift in America and how it relates directly to Kony. And the first thing I'd like to do is define what a paradigm shift is. A paradigm shift, technically speaking, is a shift in settings. So it's a shift in the attitudes, the emotions, the soul, the heart of people in America. That's what it is. And for example, I did a video in July of 2011. It was called Today, an American Paradigm Shift. There's a link below. And I basically stated in that video what the paradigm, what people's perceptions and people's attitudes and people's thoughts are changing into is basically in a few words. I can sum it up in, I ignore you. I stated that in that video, and it's basically a lack of respect, a lack of feeling of integrity for the status quo, the corporations, the government, etc. And that is going to transpire or become evident in the statement, I ignore you. Okay? I released that in July 2011. And a few months later, in September, a perfect, absolutely perfect manifestation and personalization of that video was present. And that was the Occupy movement in New York. Perfect representation of exactly what I was referring to. Occupy movement happened in September. I did a video in October, early October, about the Occupy movement, how that coincides directly with the paradigm shift. I also outlined what is going to happen in the future with the paradigm shift, that it's going to gain dexterity, it's going to gain integrity, and it's going to continue to move. So if you haven't seen those two videos, please click on the links below. First video today, an American paradigm shift. Second video, paradigm shift is on, Occupy Wall Street owns. And understand that in the middle of those two videos, the Occupy movement started in New York. Okay? So from October, the last time that I spoke about this, until now, it's been 5 months. And I stated in the last video that you're going to see more intensity in this paradigm shift. And now, with the release of Kony, I get, again, another perfect example of the paradigm shift. Now, my last video that I did, I talked about Greece's peace, and I said Kony 2012 Illuminati Code. And that is one way to decipher and interpret the Kony movie. I went way out with the definition and description of that video. I mean, I was flying in the stratosphere. I was up at 75,000 feet elevation to give you guys an understanding of one way of looking at Kony, okay? And with any work of literature, with any work of art, there's always multiple ways to look at things. There's multiple themes. Just like Shakespeare, look at Shakespeare. Any play or written material, prose, anything that Shakespeare has done, there's multiple ways to look at it. Same thing with Kony. I took one way to look at it, Illuminati Code, which is very true. But there's other ways to look at it. And I'm sort of going to get into that a little bit today. For example, and how it correlates to the paradigm shift is that people in mass came out with intensity. They came out with direction. They came out with velocity. And they told Kony, hey Kony, you're a fake, you're a fraud, we don't believe you, we ignore you. For whatever reason, and this is the theme that I've been putting together since July. This theme of I ignore your corporatism, I ignore your bullshit, I ignore these scams you're trying to put in front of me. And hey, the population of the United States and the world has spoken. Kony is a scam. Kony is junk. And it is evident. I mean, look at what they did, guys. Look at what they did based on all of your comments, all of your assessments in verbal form, vocal form, etc., etc. What did they do? They shut the comment section down. They shut the comment section down. They're retreating. They're saying, you know what? We can't do this anymore because the people of this planet are not allowing them to do this anymore. Very, very, very important step in the evolution and development of humanity. You know, I said in the video that I did, I don't know, a few videos ago, I said, you know, from a sociologist standpoint, from a psychologist standpoint, from a social engineer standpoint, you can't take the mass of humanity and take them from standing still to light speed in 2 seconds. You can't do it. It's reckless. It's destructive. And you can't reintegrate people into a system of light coming from a system of dark that fast. Well, from that same vantage point, from a sociologist's vantage point, psychologist's vantage point, social engineer's vantage point, by the people's response to Kony, that vehement rejection of absolute garbage and manipulation, what the people are saying to these social engineers and psychologists is, hey, we are ready to evolve. We are ready for the light. We are ready for unlimited resources, unlimited potential, unlimited access to freedom. That's what they're saying, and that's why it's so important. It's so important of a representation of the cross-section of America, and how they are ready to accept great, great things is phenomenal. I love it. I love it. The first Kony video I did, and you look in the description, the last video that I did, I said, hey, I could talk all day about this subject. So now I'm talking even more. I mean, some of the emails, some of the responses I got from people just verbally slamming Kony into the ground, articulating themselves, saying what they mean, meaning what they say, asserting themselves into the system and saying, no, Kony, we're not dealing with you anymore. We know you're a scam, and go back to where you came from. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, humanity. It's a Picasso. It's a Rembrandt. It's the most beautiful piece of art you could ever imagine. Again, going back to the comments, some of the comments that I got, for example, to quantify this in discrete terms right now. For example, in Kony, there are commands. They're commanding you to act. You have to do this. You must do this. And people read right through that. They're not taking that line of garbage. Command? What are you kidding me? For example, in the beginning of Kony, it says, this is a 27-minute experiment. And in order for it to work, you have to pay attention. Oh, people were up in arms over that. What do you mean have to? Oh, who do you think you are commanding me to do anything? I'm a sovereign individual. I have gravity. I have energy commanding me. Excuse me. Who do you think you are? The people are standing up and saying, no, Illuminati, you need to back off. For example, there was another comment that's a command in Kony that people did not like. And it says the movie expires on 12/31 of 2012. You have to act before that day. It's pushing you to act, and people just don't like it anymore. They don't like the rhetoric. Also in the film, you'll notice that there was a huge appeal to emotion. Appeal to emotion is a logical flaw. Philosophy of logic in any college upper division class will teach you about this. And basically what it is that when Illuminati try and get you to act, they're going to throw in emotional responses. Kids, grandparents, all of these weddings, things like that, to get the emotion in. Well, in Kony, this guy's child, he was asking the child, what do you think about these atrocities that are happening in Africa? What do you think about all of this mayhem and chaos that's going on? And they're trying to draw you in. Do you see what I'm saying? With this little child, which is not bad in and of itself, but they're using the child to manipulate your thoughts and to pull you in. And you know what people said? No, we're not buying this faulty appeal to emotion. We're not buying it. We're not buying the lie anymore. The paradigm shift continues. The paradigm shift evolves, it gets larger, it gets grander, and it gets more dense. I love it. I love it. Another point that I want to make, Osama bin Laden, there was a picture of Kony in the Kony video. There was a picture of Kony, Osama bin Laden, and Hitler. And a lot of people were saying, what's Osama bin Laden doing in there? He's a CIA asset. Tim Osman, He's just a straw man. He's a fake. He's just a ploy to get the war machine going. And people were up in arms over that. They said, Osama bin Laden, that guy's a fake. So yeah, 100% rejection of Kony. Great job, guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm so excited. This is probably the most amped and the most excited I've ever been about a video, because it shows that the cross-section, the paradigm shift in America is definitely there. And it is exploding. Therefore, great things can happen. Great things can evolve. The energy parameters are fabulous right now. So expect, because of this, because of your actions collectively, acting together. And I said in one of my past videos very recently, I said, look guys, the bottom line of what we need in society, what we need each other. And that is what Kony represents. The backlash to that was everybody was standing up in unison saying, yeah, we are together. And you know what, Illuminati? Go back in your hole. We take our energy back away from you. And we want to feel our own gravity. We want to feel our lives again after 13,000 years of darkness. And that is what it's depicting. Infinitely beautiful, guys. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and I have waited for over a year to put this shirt on today. Yeah, independent. It's not independent trucks. You know what it is? I'm independent. I'm a sovereign individual. Screw you, Illuminati. Get out of here. I don't need you. I don't want you. I'm independent with my human brothers in any nationality, in any ethnicity, in any way, shape, or form. We are independent against your tyranny. And Kony was a perfect, 100% beautiful manifestation of that. I'm telling you guys, I hope this video expresses how excited I am about the future of this world, the future of America, and the future of us. It's us. All right, guys. I hope I got that message across. As always, thank you very much for listening. Very much for listening. Thank you.